Good morning, my friends. Welcome. This is the Living Room Guitarist. My name's Dan. I'm your host, fellow living roomer just like you. And I say good morning. You could be watching this anytime, really, but it's like 6:30 in the morning when I'm filming this. I came into work early in this is actually my office, by the way. Came in early, so got my axe, got my Starbucks. I'm ready to go. It's early in the morning. I wanted to film this because I got a couple of busy days ahead, so I wanted to get an episode in. So I brought my guitar in with me. Get yours out. Because I said several episodes back, I said I was going to do an episode once about making mistakes and not being afraid of making mistakes when you're playing and missing a note. You see, I make mistakes and miss notes all the time, but I keep going. I keep challenging myself to practice and get better. Again, not looking for any kind of commercial success, not trying to, be a recording artist, don't have any aspirations to be a star. If that's your thing, excellent, that's wonderful. Plenty of places for you to pursue that. Here, we're just hanging out together in the living room, trading ideas back and forth, inspiring each other, kind of playing off each other's creativity, and just creating on the fretboard because we just love to play this instrument. It's our passion. It's not our hobby. All right, Lawrence? It's not a hobby. It's a passion, and we do this because we just need to play, even at this ungodly hour. So again, I said I was going to do this episode about making mistakes, and I'll tell you how important it is to just go ahead and be willing to screw up once in a while, because you could discover some really interesting things and go off in other directions, and we've all probably been there. So I'm going to show you something today that's just the result of a mistake I made once. I was playing, this is years ago, I was playing something from Physical Graffiti, some of the lighter side of Zeppelin stuff, and they have a song, Gone is just a really pretty Zeppelin tune. I was playing with that, again, many years back. But as I was doing it, I came back too far, from that, that A minor there, and I'm like, oops, I shouldn't have done that. So I thought, but then I came back to that just to see, what is that chord? Is that a chord or is that just a mess? And I just started messing around with that just to see what's the result of this mistake. I just, something just caught my attention about that little unusual chord there. And I just kept going with it and seeing what was possible. And just, let your exploration kind of run wild. And I just kept doing it. Fretboard just to see what went with it. Came down here, tried some old kind of Peter Frampton-ish chords. Just the result of making a mistake. And so make a mistake, go ahead, miss a note, screw up. I have a dear friend who's a jazz singer, and she can get up on stage and she can scat like nobody's business. She's really good, but it took her a while to get that good. She told me, you have to be willing to suck at it for a while. So go ahead, make mistakes, suck for a while. But you know what? You discover some really cool things on this fretboard and go off in another direction. So all this little bit's a result of a mistake trying to play a Zeppelin tune. Just discover some really pretty chords and combinations, and before long you've written yourself a tune that maybe could become a song. You never know. To go with something like that. You never know. I just explore and see what's possible. You just never know. But so don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's kind of fun just to make new discoveries on this fretboard, things you didn't know before, and things you want to explore, because that mistake and could lead into all kinds of beauty or disaster, but it's worth trying. It's kind of fun just to play this instrument, and it just inspires us to continue and learn new things, and that's really a great thing, just to get better on this fretboard, so we're not just always going right? I mean, it's nice to do that, sure, but you know, there's a lot of frets here to kind of play with. So we'll just submit that today for you to kind of chew on and work on this. So I started here on this, it's just think of an E chord, just back down here. But all I'm doing is just letting this this A ring, so it's just those 3 strings. Open, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 1st fret, 4th string down, and just kind of playing those 3 notes and moving around and bringing this, bringing that bottom note a little bit there. So you're basically, now you're on a major 7th down here. And then you just kind of let an A ring a little bit. So here's your traditional A. But I'm just going to do that 1 string here, that 3rd string up. Just kind of pick it up. So different picking patterns you can do, just how you want to sequence the notes, that's fine. Came down here to the 8th fret or 9th fret, and I just hit that bass note up here with a thumb over. Back it off to 7. Major 7th here, and then I just bring that middle finger up to that 4th string up, and I'm muting that 3rd string up, so it's open. So, right, so just letting that E ring, and then back it off 2 frets. All right, so here. Go back and forth between an A and an E for a second. Yeah, but you can go anywhere you want with this. I just wanted to get something started, just to, you know, fear not the mistake. It's totally cool, because you never know what'll jump out at you. Almost sounds like it'd be a commercial jingle or something, doesn't it? Who knows? Play around with it and see what you can discover and create yourself. Love to hear what you've done with it if it speaks to you in some way. Submit it back to us. Say, hey, here's where I went with it, and then maybe our fellow living roomers can get involved, and we've all created something kind of unusual but still kind of cool. livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Love to have you as a guest on the show too. So don't be afraid, don't be shy. Everybody is good enough. That's great. So come on in, and we'll see you next time on the Living Room Guitarist.